Well, if you're excited about the new Cyberpunk 2077 video game coming out this fall, boy do I have some good news for you. There's more Cyberpunk coming in the form of a new anime show for Netflix. What are the details exactly surrounding this new show on Netflix? Let's find out. But before we get to that, make sure to hit that like button because liking these videos lets me know that you love them. Let's get to the details. During its Night City Wire livestream that previewed gameplay from the upcoming Cyberpunk 2077 video game, CD Projekt Red made an announcement that it'll partner with Netflix and Studio Trigger to make a new anime series based on the Cyberpunk universe called Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Fans will recognize Studio Trigger from anime series like Neon Genesis Evangelion, Kill la Kill, and Little Witch Academia. They've also created the opening sequences for video games such as Indivisible and Shantae and the Seven Sirens. Some may not be familiar with the Cyberpunk series, as was I, but it is originally a pen and paper RPG set in an alternate future. Crime is at an all-time high, murder is a common sight on the streets, and the corporations have become more powerful than world governments. The core series is set in Night City, a fictional West Coast metropolis situated between Los Angeles and San Francisco. It is here where players act out their own custom campaigns as characters in a variety of roles and engage in the deadly Friday Night Firefight combat system. Night City is home to a variety of vicious gangs, corporations, organizations, and famous celebrities. The first Cyberpunk RPG was released in 1988, followed by Cyberpunk 2020 in 1990, then Cyberpunk Red in 2019, leading up all the way to Cyberpunk 2077 coming out this fall. Cyberpunk 2077 is a continuation of the events of Cyberpunk 2020. Following an economic collapse sometime during the early 21st century, the United States is forced to rely on large corporations to survive. These corporations deal in a wide range of areas such as weapons, robotics, cybernetics, pharmaceuticals, communications, and biotechnology, and many of these companies operate above the law. The game follows the story of V, a hired gun on the rise in Night City. Aside from customizing V's gender, visual appearance, as well as historical background, all of which may influence the shape of the game, players can acquire skills in hacking and machinery, an arsenal range of weapons, and options for melee combat. Cyberpunk 2077 releases on November 19th of this year. Now that we kind of have a good grasp on Cyberpunk the series and Cyberpunk 2077, let's talk about Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Cyberpunk Edgerunners tells a standalone 10-episode story set in the same universe as Cyberpunk 2077, about a street kid trying to survive in a technology and body modification-obsessed city of the future. Having everyone to lose, he chooses to stay alive by becoming an Edgerunner, a mercenary outlaw also known as Cyberpunk. While the anime is supposed to be a standalone series and not directly connected to the game's plot, there is a possibility that there could be minor connections and even possibly crossovers between the game and the anime series. Cyberpunk Edgerunners comes out on Netflix in 2022. So what do you think about the new Cyberpunk Edgerunners? What do you think about Cyberpunk the series as a whole? Are you going to buy Cyberpunk 2077? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.